You never explained like how you made Cuckmas Carols. Like you did it over the course of like one night, didn't you? Where you're like, I'm gonna be up all night recording Cuckmas Carols because it's got to beat Adele in Luxembourg. You know?
Yeah, that did happen. Yeah, that did happen. I shit posted on Reddit. I was like, because Maddox was bragging about his album being #1 in iTunes comedy, and #2 was like Bill Engvall's "There's Your Sign" from 1993. Like, it's like no one. Why would you buy stand up on iTunes? Like, it was like Weird Al's "Running with Scissors" was #3. It's just ancient albums.
Yeah.
And he was bragging about it, and so I say, I bet we can write an album today that beats him on iTunes tomorrow. And my girlfriend had the idea of a thing called Octopus Carols, and she was like, you could do a song called Rudolph the Red-Pilled Reindeer. You could do Frosty, the alleged rape apologist. Just like these. And she's pitching me all these songs. She's pitching me like fully formed songs. And I'm just like, can you just write this down so we can do it? And so we do it, and it beat him immediately on the iTunes chart.
This is amazing.
And he got real butthurt.
Did it make a lot of money? Did you make a lot of money on this? You did.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did.
Because here's what happened.
Go on.
You want to know how stupid I am? Here's how stupid I am. So I'm getting these reports, and it's like, you moved 4,000 units. And I'm like, oh, that's fantastic, 4,000 units. So I start cutting out royalty checks to everyone else involved. And then I realized that that's not 4,000 albums, it's 4,000 songs.
Oh, no.
Or 1,000 albums, because it was a 4-track EP. So I spent a lot more money than I will ever make on that album, because I way overpaid the other creators. And then I said, well, I'm not going to ask for it back. Like, that would be a real dick move. No, it's like, you've already spent the money. We're all poor. I know you didn't save this money. So I lost a lot of money on it. And then I lost $30,000 being sued because of the album. So this album has put me in the hole for like $34,000.
I mean, it was really funny, though.
You got that going on.
You can't look.
You know, you can't put a price on a beating
funny.
You can't put a price on beating Adele in Luxembourg in comedy or something.
The best part is the judge is laughing at these lyrics. And there's no better laugh than the laugh of the man who's about to decide your fate in the world. Like, at one point, the lawyer starts reading the lyrics, and I'll pretend the lyrics are on those porg. The bad guy lawyer is just like, cuck, 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 cuck. Maddox is a cuck. There is no punchline here. Cuck, 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 cuck. Oh. And the judge is fucking losing his shit. And my favorite part is, like, clearly this whole case is bullshit. If you're listening, I think you can figure out by now that, like, no one should be sued because they made an album calling a public figure a cuck. That would be like if Trump sued SNL for Baldwin, or if Taylor Swift sued Mad Magazine because someone called her Taylor Grift. I don't know, the thief Taylor Swift. I don't know. But anyway, the bad guy lawyer, well, obviously he knows this case is bullshit. He takes it anyway. The judge almost threw the lawyer in jail right in front of us.
Really? Tell me more.
Yes, if you scroll down in that Medium article, you can read the transcript. I would love it if one of you guys read the transcript, because I won't do it justice.
Where is it? And I'll read it.
I think it's down towards the last quarter of the article.
So do you regret making the album now? If you could go back.
Oh, God, no. I would have, if the only thing I would change would be to not overpay people. Okay. So that I could maybe have made $1 on this.
Or at least break even with your legal fees.
Yeah, look, I've been damaged. And look, I got legal fees and damages. I got lost wages and damages, reputational damage. My back hurts. I got damages up the ass. But including inside of it, it's terrible. It's a war zone back there. But what I was saying is, no, because you can't take your money with you, but you can take the fact that you know that, like, a guy got real butthurt. Like, that's a good life. You know what I mean?
You trolled him well. You know for sure that you got under his skin.
Yeah.
it's like he can't ever take it back that he sued me because I made fun of him. Like, that's the ultimate freak out. Like, when you're at a party and someone freaks out and everyone's like, oh, that's weird. He did that on the global stage. It's really incredible to watch.
I like how your picture in this Medium article, it's a picture of you on Fox's old late show, The Daily Habit, and your only thing on the Chiron is Asterios Kokkinos, monkey enthusiast.
Yes!
There's no qualifiers.
Yes! My God.
Are you a monkey
If that's the
enthusiast?
kind of picture that you pull to take an example of, it should be pretty clear to any judge that you're fucking around.
Yes! My God. And Maddox sued us all in New York. He doesn't even live in New York. The guy lives out in L.A. And at one point the judge threatened to take Maddox's lawyer out of there, quote, in cuffs, comma, in prison. Like, the judge directly threatened to put Maddox's lawyer in jail for contempt because that's how shitty this case was.
Do you think that Maddox's lawyer pressured him into all this in order to seal like a semi-big payday for himself? Like, kept kind of pushing him to like, yeah, you should do this, sue even more, like make my legal bills pile up. Oh yeah, you're gonna win. Like, do you think there was any of that? Like, he was feeding Maddox's delusion that this would pan out well for him?
I have a theory. I have nothing to prove this, and I don't have any facts to prove this. But here's what I think happened, because this guy that held Maddox sue, his name is Kevin Landau. Kevin Landau has also sued multiple gigantic brands. He sued NBC Universal, and Univision. He sued former Paramount CEO Brad Gray. He sued Playboy. I think what this guy does is he finds somebody who can sue a giant corporation and says, I'll take a small retainer up front, and if I win, I get a huge percentage. Because the people he's suing are incredibly deep pockets. Maddox and this guy sued my ex-employer in order to get me fired. And they're a giant advertising agency, global. He also sued Patreon. Patreon has like a market cap of like the hundreds of millions of dollars. I think what they were hoping for was that one of these guys would just exercise their liability insurance and pay them all to go away.
So you lost your job. Did it turn out to be, gift in disguise? Are you glad you lost the job? Are you better off now for it?
Oh, no! I have to pay $550 in health insurance. What the fuck are you talking about?
I am in my place! I broke in here to do this!
What the fuck are you? This is expensive! I have Cobra now, and not the fun kind of Cobra, like Cobra Commander! The bad kind of Cobra, where you have to pay $550 a month, so for health insurance that you hope you never have to use. My God, I had it all. I took it from me. But
That's so fucked up.
The only benefit to it is, and actually, if you guys do me one more favor, if you can Google Asterios Medium fired, you can see chat transcripts of Maddox talking about how he intends to get me fired. In one of them, Maddox goes like, Asterios will definitely lose his job if I drop this thing he called the bomb. And
he said, someone said to him, wow, this is really weird. And Maddox said, Randy might lose his job, which I definitely don't want. Asterios will definitely lose his job. So what then? You think these people will leave me alone after I've taken away their jobs? Or will things get worse? I don't know.
Things are about to get a lot worse, Maddox. A lot fucking worse. Because we are taking him and his co-plaintiff and his lawyer into the judge's chambers, and we're attempting to do something called sanctioning them, which is when if you commit something, if you like perjure yourself or fabricate evidence, do something truly horrible in a court of law, you could be sanctioned, which could include financial damages or other kind of damages. So soon we will be in a sanctions conference where we can hopefully get some justice out of this situation, where I can get my $30,000 back for this bullshit lawsuit. My lost wages, I don't know, Maddox's TV, that would be nice. His TV is huge.
So are you going to ask just for his TV?
I have a tiny TV.
No, you know what you should ask for? You should ask for his bike.
Yes!
I would sell tickets to smash it with a hammer.
That's brilliant.
I could make so much money off that thing. And then I sell the busted up thing as like a work of art. I call it like the destroyed career. Oh, thank you so much. Look, you guys are invited to the premiere.
Of the bite smashing? I think
Right.
there's only a premiere in that show.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a one-act show.
Yeah.
Nobody comes out and smashes something bigger afterward. It's a one-off.
No, it's up and down in one night. It's a pop-up. It's an installation.
Like a spiteful
Jesus.
Gallagher.
Like you actually have a reasonable case against the guy. He stole your job from you. Like you legitimately are gonna win, I would think.
I have the world. If you guys look through that article, you can see. Because here's the thing: you can sue someone if you think they've wronged you, even if you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But what you can't sue someone for is an ulterior purpose. You can't sue someone accusing them of stealing money from you if you didn't have any probable cause, and if you were only doing it to ruin their name or to get them in trouble at work or to get them. If you misuse the legal system, it's a civil tort called malicious prosecution. And that's what these guys have done. If you look through that article, you could see all the evidence of it. I don't want to blather on about it. I'd rather you guys talk about it.
Yeah, I'm looking through it right now. This is really interesting shit.
It says here it's not 30 grand, it's only 29,429. Have you been exaggerating?
But at the end of the month, I get another bill.
It's going to be way more than 30 grand in the end if
It's
this
going
doesn't
to be way
resolve.
more.
So have you like been in a spiral of sorts of like, holy shit, he stole my job. I'm stuck on shitty healthcare now. Like I've got my Patreon. I checked your Patreon. It's doing well.
Well, it's not PKA good.
And it's certainly not Dick Masterson good.
Oh my God! Forget it. Oh, I feel like we wouldn't even be invited to the same party. Me and any of you guys. I'm doing okay on Patreon, thank God. But it's like, shit is tough. Like sanctions. I would love to countersue this guy for malicious prosecution. We believe that by impersonating a reporter named Heather S., it's possible that Madison committed a crime called criminal impersonation, which is when you pretend to be an organization for personal benefit. I don't know all of it, but look, my lawyer says he might have done it, and I believe my lawyer. And it's fucking rough. I'm doing my best. I'm doing a podcast about it. I'm doing live streams about it. I'm trying to talk about it just because.
What's your podcast called, just for anybody who wants to check it out?
Oh, sure. If you Google something called the Asterios Kokkinos Podcast Factory.
You couldn't come up with something harder to spell?
Which one?
No! Oh, God.
Well, he cornered that SEO market.
You did, yeah.
Oh, no. I need a better everything. I'm so glad I talked to you guys.
I mean, Dick's one of your good friends, and he knows SEO very well.
Oh, he does. I should have just called it like funnypod.com.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck. Well, anyway, good luck not finding my podcast, everybody.
Well, your
Sounds
name
like
is
they need
on
to
the
find
screen, so they'll find you, this group.
Yeah, they need to find your Patreon, help you out with those fucking legal fees. That sounds rough.
That would be nice. We got a GoFundMe called the Asterios Kokkinos Legal Offense Fund. If you
Legal offense fund.
If you Google Asterios, because I want to go on offense. We're finally on offense. We're going after them for sanctions. If that doesn't work, we reserve our right to go after them in a full-on countersuit. But I need the money it takes to charge up my lawyer. They love it when you pay them. They're big fans of it. When I pay them, they'll send me like a thank you email. And if I don't pay them, they'll send me an email that's like, oh, you must have forgot to pay us. So they like it. Trust me.
And you know if you don't pay them, they'll sue you.
That's the
lawyers.
oh,